Hey YouTube world, how you doing? I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are staying safe, having a good time with your family. You're doing what you need to do to be out of harm's way. I'm excited that you guys are here, that you clicked on this video, whether it was in the morning or afternoon or night. Something caught interest, and I'm just excited and happy that you're here. My name is Kyle Lewis, or Kyle Louie. You can call me either of those. The main purpose for this channel is to help, encourage, and inspire. Help, encourage, and inspire. Now, today's topic is titled Overcome. And that's probably the first thing that caught your interest. Overcome. Reason being is because I'm going to be talking about fear. Fear is something that we're dealing with right now with this pandemic. It's causing us to just go stir crazy. And I know there's other fears out there, and we're going to talk about that. But the main purpose for this video is to hopefully encourage you to not let this fear or whatever fear you have control you. And I know in some people might feel that it's easier said than done. And I hope one way or another that I can help ease what's going on and help you feel. I hope that you feel loved, that kind of thing, and that you love yourself. Again, I mean, fears are a common thing. We all have something that we fear. Some are serious, some are unique, but in the end, fear is fear. Now, to me, I almost look at fear like it's a race. Okay, think of yourself running on a track, like track and field. And in this race, you're running and you have to jump over one of those white hurdles. You know what I'm talking about? Those hurdles. Um, for me, it wasn't easy for me to do that. It wasn't easy for me to jump over those things. I tripped many times. But again, I look at fear as a hurdle, that it can stop us from achieving whatever goal we have set out to reach. Now, I realize that this topic in particular, there's a lot to talk about. It's quite big. And it might be difficult for me to share it all in one video. So I hope that you guys can bear with me, especially if it's like a two-parter. Now, this topic, again, it can be emotional. And it probably will be that way. But I plan to share my spin on them in hopes, again, that you can feel at ease and maybe even laugh and maybe even laugh a little bit. Because to me, laughter is medicine. 40% of our women have a certain kind of fear. 35% of the men or of men have their own. And I will be honest and share my fear later on. But I will also share how I was able to kind of overcome that and jump over it. Acrophobia. Who knows what an acrophobia is? It's a tongue twister. And many of these words are tongue twisters. So bear with me if I mess up. Acrophobia is a fear of heights. I realize to some degree that this is a pretty big fear for a lot of people. Fear of heights, meaning like climbing, maybe climbing a ladder, um, flying. I mean, I will talk about that in a minute too. But fear of heights, it's pretty scary. Now, I don't have a fear of heights, but I do have a fear of falling. And I used to call myself Clumsy Smurf, and at times I still do because I tend to fall everywhere or I run into something. Uh, I don't like falling. It's scary. Aerophobia, fear of flying, like flying in airplanes or helicopters or maybe even a train. I know at times during a train trip that you're on a track where there's very little sighting on, and that can be discomforting too. Um, Now, I don't have a fear of flying. I actually like flying in the airplane. I don't mind it. I love the taking off and landing. Uh, but I do have a fear of roller coasters. Who has a fear of roller coasters here? I hope I am not the only one. See, my fear of roller coasters is when they go upside down or they spin. I mean, if my head's going elsewhere, I'm messed up. I mean, my eyes will get watery, I get dizzy. Once I get out of the thing, my legs feel like jello. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I understand that flying in planes can be scary, and um, for me, I have a fear of roller coasters, so kind of the same thing in a sense. Ac- acron- arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is a huge one. It's a major fear, and I'm sure you guys know what that is. The fear of spiders. Now, see, I'm not fearful of spiders, but I don't like spiders. I don't like some, mainly the poisonous ones, and I don't think anybody would like a poisonous one. But thankfully, not there's not too many poisonous spiders here in the U.S. But, however, there is a such spider called the camel spider, and that is in Australia. That is a huge spider. I seriously encourage you guys to look that up. I did, and I almost threw my phone. Um, it it's huge. It really looks like one of those alien spiders or predator spiders. It's huge. I tell you, if I saw that, man, I would burn it. um, but I do realize that it's a fear for a lot of people, and uh, you know, who here knows what astrophobia is? Astrophobia is a fear of thunder and lightning, and as to some, I realize it can be mainly a lot of it to kids, or if you've ever been caught in a storm, sometimes that can cause some trauma. To me, I actually like thunder and rain. The sounds. It's for me, it's good meditation. It, it's kind of comforting to me. But there is a story, and I'm about to share that with you. That there was one time when I was little and I was sleeping in my bed. There's a storm going on, and there's a big lightning clash that like was over my house, shook the house. I rolled out of my bed. It was crazy. It was crazy. So again, I'm not fearful of lightning or thunder, but some of the times it can be scary. I mean, it can be frightening. But I definitely um, don't mind it. I definitely feel that good. It's good meditation for me. Electorophobia. Who here knows what that is? Electorophobia. That's a fear of chickens. That's a very unique one. But again, a fear, or fear is fear. Now, have you guys ever tried catching a chicken? Like chasing after one? It is not easy. It is not fun. At least for the chaser. Chicken usually wins. Now, I got another story about chickens. At my old house growing up, my neighbors, they raised chickens. And I remember one night being down in my room. I was watching a movie or playing video games or something. I had my light on in the bedroom, and I hear plucking on my window. And it happened to be two chickens outside my window. They were plucking on it. I think maybe in a sense they were asking for help or pleading for help, plucking for help, because my neighbors did eventually kill them and make them into food. So, yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for these certain phobias, these fears. I will talk more about what I fear in the next video and how to encourage you, hopefully, to overcome them, or somewhat inspire you, hopefully, in not letting it control you, like I said. So I will see you in the next video.